Hello, I'm going to read a short extract from chapter 54. It's 1989 and it's my Africa project. But to rewind a couple of weeks, I was living in the hostel for the homeless and I was working as a night manager, and I had a dream one night of a massive concert in Africa where some great singers were singing this wonderful song. And I woke up the next morning and realised I could remember that song. And I hadn't heard it before, so I thought, it must be mine. And I got my guitar out and I actually was able to play it note for note all the way through. And I happened to mention to the hostel owner that I had this great song for Africa, and I could see in my dream 80 to 100,000 people in a great stadium singing it. And in my week off, I managed to gather together £100 plus an air ticket to go to an African country. But what African country should I go to? I'd remembered a long time ago when I was cooking in the pub. I had a black and white TV, and on there I saw an African leader talking at the UN, and he was speaking beautifully. There was so much compassion and humanitarian vibes coming from this man. I thought that must be the African country where I should go. His name was Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, the president of Zambia. And before I went to Zambia, because I had no idea what would happen with just a few pounds in my pocket, I managed to contact a singer that had been there before by the name of Eddie Grant. And I said to him, I wanted to go to Africa and present my song somehow or other and create one of Africa's biggest concerts. Well, I won't say he thought I was mad, but he did say I would reconsider it, because he told me a story of when he and his group, the famous Equals, went to Zambia, and it was a disaster, and he was lucky to get out alive. So, what to do? Nevertheless, this was the vision in my head, and I arrived in Lusaka and I made my way to the Council for the Handicapped, who I thought this great song and concert could help. I believed my song was sent to me spiritually to help raise money for the country's handicapped. Undeterred, I found my way to the Zambian Agency for Persons with Disabilities. The 3-mile walk in oppressive heat was an exhausting experience. Creatures of all colours and descriptions attacked my fresh, newly arrived, flavoursome face. On my arrival, I breathed a sigh of relief. It was a tiny, dilapidated and naturally sandblasted structure that had seen better days. So I knocked and walked in. A small, middle-aged, ebony-skinned man in business attire looked up from his desk. His disfigured, unseeing eyes focused a disconcerting gaze at me. "Yes, how can I help you?" he queried. This is what he said.
Come in. Yes, good morning.
How do you do? My name's Stuart Sharp. I'm from England. I wanted to come to Africa and help in any way I could with the disabled. I used to help the disabled in England.
Yeah, this because it will cost a fortune in Zambia to come up with such a program. You need people to help. Do you have friends up there who can join this program and help you?
You're actually saying this is virtually impossible in this country?
It is virtually impossible. Most especially that you are just bringing the idea aloud. But we would like to have the proper documentation, project proposal, which we can study and then thereafter come up with our comment. Fine, that will be beautiful.
Okay, so thanks very much for your time.
Thank you for your coming.
Most grateful.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye.